We're here with cross-country head coach Dietrich Jameson. You have been off for 2 weeks since we ran here at Doug Watts, getting ready to go to Lock Haven this weekend. What's it like having 2 weeks off instead of kind of the one that you're used to, and have you used those 2 weeks with both teams to kind of get ready for this race?
Yeah. This year we're racing a little bit less than usual. Like you said, we have 2 weeks in between races for the beginning of the season instead of the usual one. And that's honestly fairly purposeful. We're trying to get in a little bit larger training block than usual. During a race week, kind of prevents us from doing real big training. So the last 2 weeks we put in some really, really solid training, kind of focusing on increasing volume, especially early on in the season. Um, and just, yeah, intensity is still there, but the big volume block, I think, especially for the guys being a little bit younger collectively, I think is going to pay off quite a bit.
So you opened the season here at Doug Watts. Your first chance to kind of take everybody on the road, like you said, a lot of new faces. How do you prepare everyone for the travel into and then running a race?
Yeah, I think travel's pretty easy. I mean, this season especially is about as easy as it gets for us with having conference at home and a home meet to the beginning of the year too. So I think most people, when we haven't raced very much, are just like kind of hungry to race. They're looking forward to it. So I don't think I have to do too much. It's everyone's just looking forward to getting on a bus tomorrow and spend a night in a hotel and racing pretty good teams on Saturday.
You're pretty familiar at this point with Lock Haven and their course, and it tends to be a fast course at Lock Haven. A preview of the NCAA regional. What do you expect from both the women's and the men's team as they go out to Lock Haven and run a place where you're familiar?
Yeah, it's great that it's kind of like a preview of the region because the course is fast. So it's kind of a nice confidence booster beginning of the year where we're, for the most part, guaranteed to run some pretty fast times. But we also get to see a lot of the schools in our region. Quite a few of the Mountain East schools are coming up from West Virginia, so we get to see them. So it's always nice to see kind of head to head. How do we compare to like a Davison Elkins, a Charleston? So for the women, it's pretty much exactly that. Like, how do we compare against some of those schools from West Virginia? And even outside the region, some good teams from Ohio are coming. Like Walsh is coming; they're ranked in the nation. So I think for the women, it's just battling with some of the top teams and really seeing kind of where we're at. And for the guys, it's let's actually get an 8K under our belts. A lot of the freshmen, or all the freshmen, haven't ran 8Ks yet, and our men's team especially is pretty freshman heavy. Like, we have a lot of guys we're counting on, so it'll be nice to see just where we're even at for an 8K.
You're 2 weeks out from your last race. How excited are you to get back into a race, and how have you used these 2 weeks to get ready?
Yeah, definitely really excited. It's been a long summer of working hard, so I'm sure everyone on the team is looking forward to the first 8K. I know all the freshmen are.
We've used it. We've gotten lots of miles, lots of training, worked hard, and I feel like I've definitely got fitter over the 2 weeks. I didn't have the best summer training, so I've definitely used it to get fitter.
So, going out to Lock Haven, you raced there twice last year. It's a fairly fast course. What do you expect individually, and then kind of for the men's team as you go out to Lock Haven?
For myself, definitely a PR. We haven't got to race on a real flat course for an 8K since I've been here, so definitely looking for big improvement here. And for the team, I think just getting out there and making a statement. We got a lot of freshmen, a lot of young guys, and I think we can really go out there and show some people what we're here to do.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm hoping to PR. Didn't have the best cross country season last year, so yeah, hopefully get a good PR, and it'll be a good first 6K for the freshmen. And yeah, hopefully we'll place well as a team compared to the others in the region.
So, how different do you feel that 8K is, like when you're talking about to the 6K that you ran at the beginning of the year?
It's definitely a big jump. I think being in my second year, it gets a little easier. You get a little more used to it. You know what you're doing. When it's your first one, though, it's a big step up, and it can be a little harder.